today on 15 on 15.
Yentl Air Aruba fights for their rights to land in Suriname and conduct business. Plus, in today's lifestyle segment, say goodbye to overweight luggage. And graffiti doesn't have to be vandalism, it can be a positive art form as well. Hi everyone, thank you for joining us. I'm Yentl Lieuw. Suriname refuses to give landing rights to Yentl Air Aruba. This creates a problem because according to reciprocity policy, since Aruba approves Suriname Airways to land on the island, the favor should be returned. Since July, Yentl Air Aruba has requested for Suriname to approve landing permits. The local airline has been unsuccessful at attaining the documents. Suriname is refusing Yentl Air Aruba to legally land in the country. Aruba's Minister of Tourism, Otmar Odeberg, has given Suriname's Department of Aviation an ultimatum. If they disallow Yentl Air Aruba to fly to Suriname, they will then stop Suriname Airways from landing in Aruba. Yentl Air Aruba has plans to expand. The airline would like to use Suriname as a hub to get to Brazil. Yentl Air Aruba is acquiring new planes and has plenty of potential to grow. Yentl Air Aruba is still flying to Suriname currently by stopping over in Curaçao first, and from Curaçao they take passengers over to Suriname. Now, the decision by the Department of Civil Aviation in Suriname not allowing Yentl Air Aruba to land in the country is unknown. Fear of Yentl Air Aruba being a threat to Suriname Airways is a speculation, though. It is worthy to note one of the executive members from the Department of Civil Aviation in Suriname is also on the board of Suriname Airways. Needless to say, this poses as a conflict of interest. In other local news, more than 60 years ago, Aruba was launched as a tourist destination. The pioneers of tourism traveled to various destinations to promote the beauty of our island, as well setting the standard for success. Fast forward to today, tourism is the backbone of our economy. It is also our prime economic pillar. A majority of the population on the island are either directly or indirectly part of the sector. When United Nations declared World Tourism Day, Aruba was accounted for. The island commemorated this day on Wednesday by having a speaker from TripAdvisor reveal fascinating facts regarding world tourism numbers. Worldwide tourism has been doing better than the projections, with a 3.8% increase per year. In 2013, international tourism arrivals increased by 5% compared to 2012, reaching a record of 1.087 million arrivals. In the first half of 2014, worldwide tourism international increased by 4.6%, and the destinations worldwide received a total of more than 517 million visitors internationally in this period. As of 2010, the world has known an average of increase of 5% per year. This is a trend that means more economic growth, more exportation, and more job opportunities. And this week, the news broke that after more than 3 decades of being a hot spot for after work hours, the Caribbean store will be closing its doors, but not without saying a proper goodbye. A big farewell event is scheduled for Friday. Michael Lampa from Data Panic says this will be a more sentimental gig for him and his band.
Yeah, for me it feels like home because I'm a very good friend with the family. Daniel is a very good friend of mine since we're small, and I mean it's an honor to be asked to be part of this event with Data Panic. Keeping in mind, of course, that they also wanted something that is combining the traditional music of the island vibe, with something more modern, maybe looking into the future of the new owners and stuff like this. So I think for me, it's you know, for all the band, it's a great honor to be part of this event this Friday.
A proper farewell celebration will take place at the Caribbean Rum Shop on Friday. Michael explains the type of vibe that will be present that day.
Friday we're gonna have, it's gonna start at 7 o'clock. It's gonna be a rum shop style, Caribbean vibe, Caribbean store vibe, and people are gonna come in early. So of course we're gonna have the roads closed. So we also wanna tell people to come early because it's gonna be pretty full. And we're gonna have DJs. We're gonna have Masbango, Top Ranking, Nods Beats, myself as fellow, but also Data Panic Band is gonna do a concert, and we're gonna have also more entertainment as well. So it's going to be a full event, great event till 1 o'clock in the morning, and it's a way that Caribbean Store wants to thank everybody, Aruba, for 34 years of a great vibe here.
Roads will be closed for the event. Everything starts at 7 p.m. and will run until 1 a.m. We'll be right back. Stay with us. Every once in a while, someone invents something that seems so obvious but somehow has never been made, and it turns into a total game changer. This is one of those inventions. Check it out. We all pack differently for trips. Some are neat packers, while others are not. And in some cases, some people just shove everything in their luggage hoping for the best. But if you aren't careful, you could be going beyond the weight limit and be charged a bunch of extra cash. Cue in the TUL Fustrally Smart Suitcase. It pretty much ensures you will never be charged for overweight baggage again. Other self-weighing bags do exist, but most can't measure their weight until the zipper is closed, and we all know how frustrating that can be, having to unzip and take out things. This is why this bag is so great. The bag has sensors measuring its weight while you're packing. You can keep track and add or remove items based on what the scale reads. The bag's parent company is seeking funding on Kickstarter and has a goal of $84,000. Backers of this campaign will be able to snag the smart luggage, which is also waterproof and TSA approved. If you are interested in donating, go to Kickstarter.com and search for TUL Suitcase. Switching over to health, skirt size increase is linked to breast cancer risks. Researchers suggest going up several skirt sizes in midlife could be a warning sign of increased cancer risk. Women who went up a skirt size every decade after their mid-20s had a 33% greater risk of breast cancer after their menopause. Watching your skirt size from your mid-20s onwards could be a simple way to track weight gain. Obesity is a known risk factor for cancer, particularly midriff fat. Experts say if skirt size could be confirmed by others as a good predictor of breast cancer risk in older women, this would be a very simple and easy way to monitor weight gain. And Japan is known for a number of things, but I'd have to argue the country's most notable attribute is either its ability to stay on the forefront of modern technology or its tendency to produce some of the strangest creations the world has ever seen. A Japanese inventor has created a giant thumb for your giant smartphones. Check it out. Yubi Nobiru is a product made purposely for big screens. It is a giant thumb for your mobile phone. Since the line between a tablet and cell phone becomes increasingly blurred, it is essential to have everything you need to adjust to a rapidly changing society. I guess a giant thumb for your smartphone is probably maybe one of those things. Let's take a very quick break. This is what's coming up next. Graffiti is often recognized as a type of vandalism. It's usually frowned upon in the community due to its derogative words or meanings. But what if those colorful, bright paintings on walls became positive messages? The YMCA's latest project is geared towards exactly that. Honesty, respect, and caring. Those aren't typical words found in graffiti drawings, but the YMCA and the students part of Graffiti Positivo wants to show that this art form can be socially acceptable.
I think we bring a positive message to the youth in our community about doing positive things with graffiti. It can be also positive. It doesn't have to be a negative graffiti. So I hope they get a positive message that if you want to do graffiti, you can do it in a legal way with us, with our project Graffiti Positivo. They can do it in a positive way. You can bring positive message through the graffiti. It doesn't have to be negative. Yes, you can go and do it illegally and that you can get in trouble with the police, or you can come here at the YMCA, we'll do it together legally, we'll guide you with a graffiti teacher, we'll do it on the right way. So yes, I would encourage all the kids out there, the youth especially, to join us and do something positive.
Dorshan Salmon spoke with Natalie Harms, the director of YMCA. She reveals the team went through a petitioning process with the government to acquire the rights to paint on the JFK wall. Before starting on the walls, the students practiced on paper, as well received guidance from teachers regarding the art of graffiti.
Well, they sit together with the graffiti teacher, who is Niels Stockel, and they write it on paper, they draw it on the paper, and they switch ideas on what they want to put on a wall, and together they decide what they put on the wall.
The magic actually started inside of the YMCA's backyard. Teachers allowed the students to doodle on the walls of the container when they realized a lot of the kids have a talent for this.
I think it started here at this container where it was a dull color, and they decided, hey, we want to paint it, we want to put positive message on it. And then they started to paint and do the graffiti on the containers. And then we saw that a lot of the youth had a lot of potential and they had talent for the art of graffiti. And I think it started there, where we saw potential in them. And YMCA stands for developing the youth. It can be talent, or it can be sports talent. It can be anything, but we try to develop that and help them and guide them in that. So when we saw the potential, we said, okay, let's do it again and see how it goes.
This type of painting is known as the rock and roll of visual arts. Graffiti isn't so bad after all. I am Darshan Salmon for 15 and 15.
Thank you, Darshan. What a great movement the YMCA is taking part in. That is all the time we have for today. Thank you for watching. We'll be back here on Friday night with all the latest.